Well, hello. Today is Friday, April 30th. Does it seem possible that it's already April 30th? Oh my gosh, this month went by really fast. It really did. Of course, the older you get, the faster it goes. We don't have any birthdays or anniversaries today that anybody's told me about. So, no songs. I, as you saw, if you watched my meeting highlights, you saw that I stayed the same. I had a 2.2 loss for the whole month, so I'll take that. At least I had a loss for the month. I really was doing really well this week with my tracking and everything, but I do think that the colonoscopy yesterday, I think all the solution I had to take for the prep was probably loaded with sodium because they didn't want me to dehydrate. And the fact that I ate my meal so late yesterday, and I did eat a little bit of everything like I said I was going to do, but um, it was, Jim bought a banana cream pie, which is my favorite pie. So I had a piece of pie instead of a piece of cake. But it was really good. But today I'm just really tired. But it reminded me that I'm so thankful that everything came out well. Even with my scare with the mask, which was really the mask. You'd have to watch yesterday's video to know what I'm talking about. But sometimes we take our health for granted, and we have to take all the precautions that we need to do to make sure, especially as you get older. You should be doing it your whole life, but as you get older, you really got to keep those things in check because things happen really quickly. Like I told you yesterday, when I do a colonoscopy every 4 or 5 years because I have a history in my family of colon cancer, and every time I go, they find a polyp, and so they found one again yesterday. So that was nothing new for me. But I just think that people concentrate a lot on their weight, but don't really concentrate as much as on their health. If you're eating healthy, then good things are going to follow. As well as I think I eat, my doctor yesterday told me that I really do need to eat a little bit more fiber, and I thought I eat a lot of fiber, but I must not because I have a little bit of diverticulosis, which I think most people probably do have. But he says I need to increase my fiber intake. So it's something I can be working on that might help me to stay a little fuller with the whole grains. Although I was really surprised with that one. I went to my thyroid doctor today, and my thyroid numbers are coming down, which is good. I think when I started, I should really check to see what normal is because I don't know what the normal number is supposed to be, like the normal range. But when I first started, before the pandemic hit, I think it was at 197, I think something like that, which I even saying it, I know it was too high. And when I went 6 months ago, I got it down to 96, and when I went today, it was at 73. So he says I'm doing really well. I have to go back in 6 months, but he said if the number stays the same or continues to go down, then he doesn't need to see me every 6 months. It'll just be like once a year. So I'm fine with that. And then he said that the thyroid, my particular issue that I'm having with my thyroid doesn't have anything to do with my weight, whether it's the loss or the gain. He said that really doesn't have anything. But if I have any problems with retaining water, he can prescribe something. But I don't really have a problem with that. So I don't need to take another pill if I don't need to take another pill. But I'm very conscious of getting all my, like I go for my mammogram every year. I go for my yearly physical every year, although I know with everything going on, I missed my physical last year. I do my colonoscopies. I get my teeth cleaned. I go to the thyroid doctor. I do everything I need to do because you know what? Your health is really important. And so a lot of times when people go on diets, whether you're following Weight Watchers or whatever diet you're going on, you really got to pay attention that you're getting all the right nutrients, like all the right fibers, all the right proteins, the minerals, the fruits, the vegetables, the grains, all of that. You got to get the wide variety because, a lot of times we take our health for granted. And then when you get sick is when you really realize how much you took it for granted. How many of you, like, you be fine every day of the week and then you just wake up one day with like a stomach ache or something. And then, like all day long you're concentrating on that stomach ache. And it's it reminds you that, well, what did I eat yesterday that made me feel this way today? So I guess in a nutshell, it's just make sure you keep track of your health because it really is important. It is like a little bank account, like when you're doing well with your foods and you're storing it up, they're fighting the good cells are taking on the bad cells, and they need the right nutrients. They need the right ammunition, as Jim says. We learned that lesson too the other day, the difference between ammunition and bullets. But I'm really, really tired today for some reason. I'm just like exhausted. I am just thoroughly exhausted. And I think a lot of it was that the way I ate this week, for one thing, is because we went to Jimmy's for David's birthday on Tuesday, and we ate dinner like at 5 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. And then I didn't eat again until yesterday at about 4 o'clock, because by the time I got home from my colonoscopy, it was so late, and it was about 4 o'clock before I ate. So I went almost 46 hours I went without eating. And then I think the medication that you take to the prep for the colonoscopy is loaded with sodium, because they don't want you to dehydrate. And then they get the IV bags and stuff. So I think I think I'm just like kind of like that. I went to bed at 11, not even 11 o'clock last night, which was like the crack of dawn. No, not the crack of dawn. The crack of dawn is in the morning. Silly. At dusk. I almost went to bed at dusk, I guess. But, which really I didn't. But I just was so exhausted. I was falling asleep in the chair. I think I fell asleep in the chair like about 9:30 and woke up at 11 and thought, go to bed. You're sleeping in the chair. Go to bed. So I got up at 7:30 this morning, but I see a nap in my future. So as soon as I finish this video and get it edited and posted, I'm going to be getting in that bed and taking a little nap, because I'm really tired. I'm really, really tired. But back on track. Gonna hopefully have a loss next week. Can't use the thyroid issues as an excuse. But like I said, I had a 2.2 loss for the whole month. I'm happy with that. Just a couple pounds each month. It'll add up sooner or later. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe and healthy.